I used to explain everything. Not because I wanted to, but because I was afraid of being misunderstood. Every decision I made, every mistake I owned, even every moment I stayed silent. I felt this constant need to justify myself. If someone doubted me, I explained. If someone judged me, I explained. If someone walked away without listening, I explained even more. In my head, I believed one thing. If people truly understand me, they won't leave. I was wrong. I don't even remember when it started. At some point, it just became a habit. So normal that I never questioned it. Explaining felt responsible. It felt mature. That's what I kept telling myself. I believed silence meant weakness. I believed not responding meant losing. So I kept talking. Even when my chest felt heavy. Even when my words weren't changing anything. Sometimes, I explained things no one even asked about. Just to feel safe. Just to feel accepted. But slowly, something inside me got tired. Not angry. Just exhausted. Because no matter how clearly I spoke, some people had already decided who I was. One day, I noticed something. The more I explained, the less I was actually heard. People weren't listening anymore. They were waiting. Waiting to interrupt. Waiting to disagree. Waiting to judge. That's when it hit me. I wasn't explaining myself to be understood. I was explaining myself to be accepted. I was looking for permission. To be who I already was. That realization didn't hurt at first. It just sat there quietly. But later that night, alone with my thoughts, it became impossible to ignore. I asked myself a question I had been avoiding for years. Why do I need approval from people who don't even know me? The next morning, nothing in my life had changed. Same room. Same phone. Same people. But something inside me was different. I felt lighter. Not because things were better, but because I made a decision. Just one. I decided to stop explaining myself to people who never listened. Not out of anger. Not to prove a point. But out of respect. For my time. For my energy. For myself. That day, when doubt showed up, I stayed silent. When judgment appeared, I didn't rush to defend myself. And for the first time, silence didn't feel weak. It felt powerful. It wasn't easy. Silence brings discomfort. And I felt every bit of it. People noticed the change. Some were confused. Some were offended. A few even said, "You've changed." They were right. But what they didn't understand was this. I wasn't becoming distant. I was becoming honest. Every time I chose silence, my mind pushed me to explain. Old habits don't disappear quietly. They push back. There were moments I wanted to explain again. To clear the air. To feel understood. But I didn't. And slowly, something unexpected happened. I felt calm. Not because people agreed with me, but because I no longer needed them to. As the days passed, things started to become clear. The people who truly cared never needed explanations. They asked questions. They listened. They stayed. And the ones who demanded reasons were never interested in the truth. They wanted control. That's when I understood something. That changed everything. Explaining yourself too much doesn't make you honest. It makes you negotiable. I stopped shrinking to fit into conversations that were never meant for me. I stopped proving my worth to people who never saw it. And with every quiet moment, my confidence grew. Not loudly. Not dramatically. But deeply. Here's the truth I learned the hard way. You don't owe everyone an explanation. Your life doesn't need approval. Your choices don't need validation. The right people will understand your silence. The wrong ones will question everything. No matter how well you explain. The day I stopped explaining myself, I didn't lose people. I lost noise. I gained peace. I gained clarity. I gained myself. And that's when life finally felt lighter. If you're tired of explaining who you are, maybe your words aren't the problem. Maybe it's your audience. Choose silence. Choose growth. Choose yourself.